To introduce this video real quick, what I'm going to show you is how the Bitcoin signature algorithm ECDSA can prove that you own a UTXO without actually moving the coin. So we're not going to touch the chain at all. I'm not going to try and teach what elliptic curve cryptography is all about, or ECDSA in particular, but I want to kind of show you the big picture way that you can actually do this. So hope you enjoy. I had so much fun. So there were a few things that I did first before showing you this. So this script here, this is highly technical, by the way. So if you're not technical, just follow along. I'm not going to try and teach any kind of programming or even really teach how elliptical curve cryptography works, but that's what's used here. So I first created a Bitcoin public and private key pair, and I converted it into an address on Bitcoin. So that's what this whole script is doing here. And I hid the public and private key because I don't want you to see my private key. And you should never show your private key to anyone. So if I go over here, I'll show you. I sent from my hand cash wallet to this Bitcoin address that we generated 2 cents in USD. And then on what's on chain here, you can see this is the address. It's confirmed. And so there you have that. So let's go back to our script. All right, so that was how I set everything up. So I've got the public key, the private key, and I've got the Bitcoin address, and I have funded that Bitcoin address with a UTXO that I controlled through my hand cash wallet. So I moved that coin that I owned over to this address. All right. So now the next little bit here is how I have made it so that you can't see my private key in this exercise. So I uploaded it into the Google Colab environment. By the way, I'm doing this all in Colab. So this is an online, basically notebook for running Python scripts. We're doing all of this in Python. All right, so the first thing I'll do here, and I think I probably won't need to run this. I think it's already run in the console, but let's just do it. We're going to install ECDSA. All right, now in this next script, what we're doing here, so this is the key thing that you need to know about proving off-chain that you own a UTXO. You need 3 things. You need the public key, you need a message, and the message could be anything. It could be, I love watermelon. In this case, I have my message, Bridget owns this UTXO right here. And then the third thing you need is a signature. So those are the 3 things you need: the public key, a message, and your signature. So what I'm doing right here is I'm signing. So here it's showing you that we're going to read the private key from the file that I uploaded. This is the message that I've input that I want to sign. Then this hashes the message using SHA-256. And then we sign the hash using the private key. I've used a non-deterministic method here. I'm not sure if wallets use non-deterministic or deterministic, but what this means is that every time I run this, every time I sign, I will get a different R and S value. And the R and the S value are what makes up the signature. Again, I'm not I'm actually not even qualified to go into how the cryptography works behind the scenes, but I understand it on a high enough level to show you how this works. So here, then what the script does is it extracts the R and the S value from the signature, and it prints it into the console so that we can see it. And then lastly, it deletes the private key for security. So let's try and run this and see if I get any errors. Aha, it worked. So the message that I just signed is Bridget owns this UTXO. And here are the R and the S values that make up the signature. All right, so now we're going to do the fun part. We're going to prove that this just happened. And so I have another notebook ready to go. And this is the proof. So let's put these R and S values on the screen. I'll move this up so you can see it. Okay, so here's the R and the S value. Because in this script, I'm going to put my public key. Let's see how to get my public key. I hid that. Let me grab the public key. Pub key. All right. So we've got our R value, our S value, and our public key, and that's what we need. We need the signature and the public key, and then I already have the message in here, I think. Oh, no, I don't. Uggers, sorry about that. Let's go back. It's good that you see how all this works. Let's go back to prove ownership, and we're going to grab Bridget owns this UTXO. So this is the exact message. So I'm going to pop it right here in the script. So we're looking at the script here and insert provided data. And I'll put this script in the description on this video so that you can actually prove it yourself, which makes it even more fun. So let's put the message here. Bridget owns this UTXO. That's the address, by the way. This is the address that we see on what's on chain, this 1GN 8W. So the R value, we are going to pop into copy selection. We're going to pop this into, this is the hex representation of the R value, by the way. And now we're going to grab the S value. Ba-ba-da-da. Copy selection, put the S value here. What else do we need? Importantly here, you see we do not need the private key to prove this. That is the whole point of this, is that you can prove it. You can prove that I signed with my private key by executing all of this cryptographic math. So we've inserted all the provided data, the R value, the S value, and the message, and the public key. Oops, we didn't insert the public key. Ba-ba-da-da. All right. Let us grab the public key and put that here. All right. And then the script hashes the message with SHA-256, just like I showed you before. It reconstructs the signature, and then it loads the public key and verifies the signature. If it is valid, it will say signature verified. If it's not, it won't. All right, so drum roll, please. We're going to run this. Whoa, signature verified. Signature is valid. This proves the message was signed by the private key controlling the UTXO. All right. Okay, to end this video, I just wanted to bring up a legal thing. So imagine I didn't want to control this UTXO alone. I could set up a legal agreement where 2 or 3 people must approve before these coins can be spent without ever touching them on chain. So we don't have a multi-sig wallet. Rather, we have multi-signature like control that is managed on the trust level. So this is how a legal trust would work with Bitcoin. And why I wanted to bring this up is that it shows that Bitcoin isn't just about cryptography, it's about law and real world governance. In the end, the legal system takes precedence over any technical squabbles. And yeah, so hopefully this helped you understand the signature and how important it is in Bitcoin and how it operates. And then maybe a little bit more about how Bitcoin is a powerful system that operates within our legal structures.